But speaking of saturation, no, it's not saturated is a one of one basketball card that is my topic of the day.
Keep talking. I need to go piss real fast.
Sure.
Take a nap.
Go take a nap. But anyway, Shoner, I don't know if you heard, but there's a Luka. So are you into basketball at all or not? Not at all.
Not as much as I was when I was a kid. I think for me personally, I think basketball's become too political. I think a lot of these coaches are starting to stand up and be just more like voicing their opinion. It's like, well, I don't really want to hear about your political opinion. Play basketball more, right? And I just think a lot of people have gotten to the point that sports is no longer sports anymore. They're using it as like a social media platform, and so it's kind of pushed me away from the sport.
Fair point. Well, the reason why I bring it up is because what if I told you that there was a player in his third year and his collectibles or his basketball card has sold for $4.6 million.
That's insane, dude.
So Luka Doncic, who is a third-year player, he was drafted in 2018 by the Hawks and actually traded to the Mavericks. Young up-and-coming player, from European background. So he played for Real Madrid's basketball team, which is a soccer team, but they have like a basketball division too, I guess, like La Liga basketball. He's showing flashes of being a superstar, if not already kind of getting himself to that upper echelon. But his card recently sold for $4.6 million. It's a one of one card, and it has his an NBA patch from his jersey, one of his jerseys, and an on-card autograph. And it's sold privately through I don't know if it was through a certain auction house or what have you, but it was a private sale, and it sold for $4.6 million.
That's crazy cash for a card.
The most recent card that has sold for Kobe, it just sold, I think today or yesterday, was 1.8 million. And that's Kobe, Kobe's
the one who died. Kobe's the one who died.
I was gonna test Nedley this time.
Fuck. He's not the one who died in the helicopter crash.
Kobe is the one who died in the helicopter crash.
To me, I know cards aren't really your guys' forte or anything, but like I wonder if you guys have any thoughts on like having like people investing in something that is like unproven, right? Like this guy has not done anything in the NBA. He hasn't won a playoff series. He's been to playoffs. He hasn't won a series. He's never won a title, obviously. Like unproven players, do you think that they are the kind of investment, I guess, or like things that are unproven?
So my gut take is a lot like the stock market, and that's I think that you can take flyers on certain ones. Mm-hmm. I don't think $4.6 million is a flyer.
Exactly.
I think that's a fucking like. I think you either need to be like fucking like Scrooge McDuck swimming in a fucking pool of gold coins.
You really believe this guy is going to be the next Michael Jordan, right? I mean, this guy is
you
going
have
to be
yeah,
the next
you
Larry
really
Bird.
have to be on that dude's cock, right? Like, and that's but like, I think that there's always going to be flyers, and that like you should take the bet on the flyers if you have that. But like 4.6 million is fucking astronomically a baffling amount of money to me.
It's the second highest selling card of all time
for a piece of fucking what, paper and cardboard essentially.
Like
that's insane.
It's a second,
and it
highest
shattered the record. The old record was 2.8 million.
And that was was it Giannis Antetokounmpo, or was it Tom Brady? No, it was someone that is also, I think it was, I had the list.
Don't talk about Tom Brady. Shoner will get really mad about the Bucks.
Actually, no, I think we were just talking about, I sent you guys a link before.
Yeah,
full circling. Because Eddie said right before the Super Bowl, our Lost Boys podcast we did right before the Super Bowl, he said that if Brady wins, his rookie card will break $1 million. And it did. It was like 1.46 million or something like that. So it broke the $1 million mark after he won the Super Bowl.
And I think what happens in the sports card market a lot of times is people forget like who the player is, so they undervalue them until they start doing something crazy like winning a Super Bowl or something again. But that's my thing is like I think you actually bring up a good point. Is like it's kind of like stock market, right? What's young and sexy right now?
Yeah.
Young and sexy would be this kid, Luka. You know,
Yeah.
this kid from Europe. He's like killing it in the NBA currently, but it's just so unproven. Like 4.6 million is it. When you hear these numbers, it's almost like you don't even think it's real, right?
I don't think it's so. For heads up, you bring up card combos all the time. I do not think that these numbers are fucking real. Like dead ass serious. Until you guys link the story in there.
Yeah, I did research on the guy who sold it. I did research on the on the guy who bought it, and I can't find much on the guy who bought it. His name's Nick Fiorella. And the furthest I dug was pretty much I went to LinkedIn. I tried to look him up, and I found like a president of some pool or concrete company or something random, which I could totally see that being a thing. But also 4.6 million is like, is that a really lucrative business, like concrete or pool business? I guess I don't know. But
look at somebody like Gary V.
But
look at somebody like Gary V. who invests in cards and baseball cards specifically, right? And he does spend a good chunk of cash on that shit. Like, and at the end of the day, like this dude's gonna start setting the market price for it, right? Like,
exactly. So
I guarantee you, and I don't know because I don't know even where to look up these stats at, but like after that sold for 4.6 million, I guarantee that card went up in price. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
because the market was set.
So that's
one card that sold more. There's actually one card that actually sold for more money than that.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle.
It was a PSA 9 Mickey Mantle iconic 52 tops rookie card sold for $5.2 million in January.
Yep. And not far beyond that is Honus Wagner, who is just like an old school baseball. They didn't have that in Germany, Nedley. I'm sorry.
Well, Mike Trout's card sold for 3.9 back in August. His 2009 Bowman Chrome Draft Prospect Superfector card sold for 3.9 million back in August.
Yeah, that's Vegas Dave. He bought it for 400K like 2-3 years ago, and he flipped it for 4 million pretty much. So
yeah,
but
so we talk about it, these numbers not being real, but the guy who sold it actually posted like the invoice, and there's a link in the doc if you guys want to look at it. He posted the invoice and a $4 million check. And you can see all the details. Like obviously they cover up all the the names and banking personal information
and all that.
But if you want to see the rest of the pictures, here you go. There's the the actual post right there from Instagram.
Like
he's shaking hands with the guy. He handed the card to him.
Yeah, you can see the actual posts and like all that. And so the guy who sold it, I also don't know too much about him either. 18,000 followers on Instagram. That's nothing to scoff at.
He's got a lot of cards here. He's got a 9.5. Who is this? Zion Williamson from the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got. He's got the exquisite finales, whatever, from Kobe Bryant, the graded 9.
Yep. So
Luka Doncic. He's got a bunch of cards in here. So this guy is a huge collector.
Yeah. And it's probably one that he wanted/needed, right? And it's just you're completing the set, and if you got that money to fucking piss away, right? Like fuck it, why not? Right?
I mean granted is
the cribs.
Granted is a one of one, and I think you bring up a good point with like setting the market. What a lot of people are like, what I've heard rumors or like winds of is that people are buying these heavy cards for heavy amounts because they're trying to pretty much manipulate the market in that way, like by saying, oh, I spent 4.6 million, this player's worth that much, and that kind of pumps up the entire market of the guy, know. But of that particular card, it's a one of one. There's no other one like it out there. You can set the market for it.
But does it overinflate other cards of the same vintage?
I
collector of them all. It makes these other ones worth more too, because they're like, well, damn, maybe we should be buying all the one of one. And then he goes, well, guess what? I have this one I could sell you, and then he makes his money back.
Well, this comes back really to, if you really want to talk about this in like terms of something that most people understand. This is kind of like the GameStop market thing too, though, right? Like,
right.
Well, look, GameStop fucking got overinflated to hell and back, and look what happened behind it. Trailing behind was Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, and fucking everything else that all of us boomers seem to enjoy for some reason. And
Except
like
for
all those,
Dogecoin. Dogecoin was not there.
Dogecoin is just the fucking meme in a half in and of itself. But like it literally, but if you look, all these other stocks went fucking skyrocketing, dude. People made fucking bank on AMC stock. Who would have fucking thought?
Side note on that too, and hopefully this doesn't travel too far from my topic, but Luka Doncic does play for the Mavericks, and the Mavericks owner actually came out and said that he will allow Dogecoin to be used for tickets and merch.
God. Isn't that Mark Cuban?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So can you imagine like going to trying to buy tickets online and like, oh, this is gonna cost $1 million Dogecoin?
It's kind of fucking funny when you think about it though. Like it's kind of a pimp move.
Well, Elon Musk just pumped a bunch of money into some currency too, and he said he'd allow people to use it to buy his Tesla stuff like that.
Fuck it,
so.
Why not, right? If people
I would rather use cash because I feel like with Doge at least there's somewhat of potential for it to go, fluctuate upwards,
Of course.
I mean, there's always a chance that it burns and crashes, but
give it like 2 weeks.
At least you have the upside, right?
Exactly.
People like upside.
No,
and I think that's why this guy bought this card is because he likes the upside of Luka Doncic. I just kind of wanted to know your thoughts on unproven players and having that type of high value. And in my notes, I mentioned like the next GOAT, right? So is Luka the next greatest of all time? There's players out there like Jason Tatum who plays for the Celtics right now. You guys might not know him, but he's one of the hot players right now. Zion is the dude that you mentioned earlier. He's only in his second year now, but he was he was rookie and he's having a great year this year. There's another guy named John Morant that like there's so many people that are targeted to be like the next big guy, but then it's like when you see people like Tom Brady or Derek Jeter or all these other guys that are superstars, maybe future legends in the game, not going for 4.6 million. It's like what the like how is
Jordan
that how
doesn't even sell that high. Jordan is arguably one of the greatest players of all time, and he's never sold that high.
Jordan has not.
His shoes are probably the highest selling of any of his gear.
I think that when you look at this though, I think this Luka card selling is an outlier. I don't think you're gonna have trends in the market. Once again, we'll bring it back to stocks again. You're gonna have trends in the market, and you're gonna have outliers, right? And you see things like Cash App and everything affiliated. A bunch of other ones that are just proven track records of going up and up and up.
Yep.
And then you have the outliers once again, like GameStop or AMC that just skyrocket and nobody can see this coming. I think that the Luka card selling is an outlier. I think it's somebody who's really fucking goated on this guy who thinks he's gonna be the next hot shit and wants to get that investment early. Also, the one thing I left out is it is a one of one, right? So it is like the only one.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Trump baseball card we brought up before, right?
Exactly.
It's just a one-of-one card, and it's just someone wants that to say they own that one particular card. I have it, and if you want it, you're gonna pay me what I think is worth it, and that's why you had to pay that much money.
Yeah, and I think that means a lot, especially and correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie, but I think that means a lot in the card community. I would.
It does.
If I had the only thing of a thing, if you're a collector for sure. If I had the only thing of a thing. Like I'd be, and if it's something that I really wanted, I would pay a shit ton of money for it. But there's nothing that I care about really. So
it's like Jay Leno, right? Like Jay Leno and his car collection, right? He has a few cars in there that are very just like you can't get them anywhere else. They're either been destroyed or he's bought them all up. He owns the market on it, right? And it's just one of those things you get to say, I have it. If you want it, I get to set the price on it. So if he
I'm not going to give it to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, if this kid does blow up, say in 2 years, all of a sudden he, wins a couple championships, he starts getting MVP awards, blows up. This guy's gonna be like, guess what? I can make $8 million now because someone's gonna want this card.
Exactly.
And then we'll be looking at that like, oh my god, $8 million. But then if he keeps going up and up, like this is so much. There's so much speculation with that.
It'd be interesting to see what happens.
Is it worth it like a house, right? Is it worth it like a house where you invest in a house, you build equity in it and stuff like that? I don't think I think you're, like I said, you're taking a huge risk on if in 3 weeks he breaks his ankle and never plays again.
Right.
Then you lost everything you invested in that card.
Yep.
That's where I'm kind of like, how the heck did this guy how could he even fathom thinking about spending this amount of money? Because like there's so many players out there who have had amazing careers and still haven't didn't reach the height of a Jordan or Kobe or what have you. You know what I'm saying? or LeBron. So it's like it's just so interesting to me that this sale happened.
I'm sorry, buddy. Well, Shaquille O'Neal, right? Shaquille O'Neal never even touched that close, right? He's arguably
and Shaq is still relevant.
It's true. He's still relevant.
He still does underwear.
Yeah, he's
maybe if he dies in a helicopter crash, his car will go.
Oh God, that is not something to joke about. Shoner.
Don't say that, Shoner.
Jeez, circles around to like that artist thing, right? To where their stuff only becomes valuable after they.
There is something to that, though.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So that's where I don't know. I think that was an interesting topic to bring up, more so because not because it's Luka Doncic and it's a sale, but more so because I think that's the concept of it all. Mm-hmm. The number is so large. I had to bring it up on the pod on the.
Oh, of course, dude. That's insane, though, dude.
For sure.
The amount of money.
What's even more impressive is that a Kobe rookie sold for 1.8, and then a Tom Brady sold for 1.2, and those guys already are proven goats. Like proven best in their class, and they are not selling for anywhere close to
anywhere near that.
Yeah, but granted, they might not be 1-on-1s. I guess maybe that's the draw. I don't know,
and I think that's where that one really sits. Yep. That it's the 1-of-1.
Oh yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So,
boys, it feels weird not having a Brunstad here, but I think we just did a show. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Brunstad might have brought in a spicy topic. I'm pretty sure he had something.
Well, Shoulder is stupid, and Eddie, those cards are crazy, and Ned, you bring stupid topics. Did I do it? Did I do it, okay, guys? Did I do it? And then as
that's our Brunstad.
As my wife whistles in the background.
I don't know. Is there an update on the free Britney? We can really bring in the Brunstad.
True, dude. True. No, seriously, like, if you're listening, dude, we miss you, man. He'll be back next week, hopefully. Eddie, can you plug the Instagram? Because that's his job normally.
Yeah. So make sure you guys follow Lost Boys show on IG. We don't have a Twitter, and I'm gonna make sure that I clearly state that this week. Yeah, Lost Boys Show on Twitter. All right, on Instagram.
There it is. He just said I wasn't gonna fuck it up, and he fucked it up.
2 seconds right after
on
he said he wasn't gonna fuck it up.
On Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube as well. Smash the like button. I'm really excited for that giveaway. I mean, in the spirit of this, I've been on this giveaway grind for the last month, pretty much, because we had the hard reset stuff. Yep. Lost Boys is just as exciting. I can't wait for the giveaway that we're gonna have. So
so again, that got pushed to next week in honor of making sure that Brunstad's here and super high for it. So you still have one more week. Definitely the reviews on all of your podcast feeds, in Apple, Spotify, Amazon, anywhere that the show is that you listen to podcasts at. I guarantee you it's there. I have confirmation of it now. So definitely go drop a review down there. I'm going to basically get all of them together, send them to Brunstad, and then we're going to be doing that basically as a whole topic next week. So look forward to that. The winner that's going to be getting the $20 Amazon card. Definitely go, like Eddie said, if you're watching this on YouTube, give this video a like, give it a subscribe, leave a comment down below on each one of these parts as well as the full episode. It helps with the algorithm for sure. And once again, if you're listening on audio feeds, definitely leave a review. That helps with that algorithm as well. Definitely helps us improve. And yeah, Eddie, where can people find you at, man?
Twitch.tv/Eddie Shmoney, EDDIESHMONEY.
Beautiful. No C.
No C.
Like I fuck up every time. Shoner, where can people find you at?
Twitch.tv/Shoner Todd, SCHONERTOD. Same thing. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
Beautiful.
And the Toddcast on YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, no, totally. You can find me at Nedley TV on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, not Instagram. I don't understand that shit. I haven't been doing much recently, but look out because I'm going to be trying to be doing more stuff, more fun stuff, more stuff that fits this, me, and what the spirit of, honestly, of kind of what this show is as well, to an extent. Here soon. I'll be posting a video here, hopefully in the next week on the YouTube as well, just to go check that out. Boys, I think that's it, unless you have anything else.
Brunstad, we miss you.
Brun, we miss you.
We love you, Brunstad.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Everybody have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Have a great week, guys. Peace.
Later.